Welcome, brave souls, to a journey into the unknown. Today we delve into the chilling realm of the paranormal with our feature, Unseen Terror. Ghost attacks footage uncovered. Throughout history, mankind has been fascinated and terrified by the prospect of entities beyond our sight. Entities that lurk in the shadows, existing in a realm we can scarcely comprehend. Ghosts, specters, phantoms, they go by many names and have been the subject of countless tales and legends. But what happens when these entities don't just go bump in the night, but attack? Throughout this feature, we will be unveiling footage that aims to answer this very question. Footage that captures the unimaginable, the chilling, the downright terrifying. Are these mere illusions, tricks of the light, or something far more sinister? Only the brave dare to explore these questions. Prepare yourselves as we step into the shadows and explore these eerie incidents of unseen terror. Number 1. This video has been produced by a Russian investigator of paranormal activities known as Tim Morozov. Over the past few months, Morozov has gained considerable recognition for exploring incredibly eerie and haunted sites. His approach involves utilizing highly unconventional and imaginative devices to detect paranormal occurrences, such as embedding an EMF and motion detector within a porcelain doll. Within this particular footage, Morozov appears to be entirely alone in a house, meticulously setting up static cameras to cover every possible angle of the room before his bedtime. Once prepared, he settles into a sleeping bag and eventually falls asleep. Hours later, the static cameras capture intriguing activities. Observe the motion of the cup as it rolls in a controlled manner on the table, seeming to be guided by an unseen force, reminiscent of an open palm's influence. Following this, footage from a static camera on the opposite wall reveals a dining chair effortlessly sliding across the carpet, seemingly of its own accord. Soon after, there's interference with the audio of the camera. The wardrobe door then swings open, a situation I've personally encountered, leading to a disorienting feeling upon waking and subconsciously noting subtle changes in the surroundings. Imagine putting yourself in Morozov's shoes when he wakes up, switches on his flashlight, and reviews the recorded footage. Number 2. What unfolds in this video can only be labeled as an assault, a forceful and aggressive action perpetrated against these two men by what seems to be a poltergeist-like entity. Upon closer examination, if we slow down the footage, you'll witness the initial point of contact. As the man at the front reaches the top step of the staircase, he's suddenly bombarded by a series of forceful strikes from an assailant he cannot physically defend himself against. Swiftly taken down and overpowered by this entity, he undergoes a brief yet intense session of what could be described as paranormal aggression, akin to a ground and pound encounter. Eventually regaining their footing, both men hastily sprint away in sheer terror as the entity seemingly dissolves into thin air, leaving behind a haunting and unexplained encounter. Number 3. This footage was captured on a cell phone by an employee working a solitary night shift at a hospice. Strange noises emanating from what was believed to be an unoccupied hallway prompted the employee's curiosity. Investigating further, they opened a door to glance down the corridor, only to catch sight of a figure peering out from a doorway, seemingly in a playful manner. Upon closer scrutiny, the figure becomes discernible. Strangely, it starts flickering, resembling some form of projection. As it ventures into the hallway, its semi-transparent form becomes apparent. The figure's neck and head appear elongated, akin to an earthworm's peculiar shape. Observing this video prompts the imagination to conjure the intense chill of fear running through the employee's veins. Being alone in such an environment during the night is certainly not an experience for the faint-hearted. Number 4. In this particular video, It portrays an evening scene where a middle-aged woman tends to her plants. As she waters the plants, a peculiar figure emerges in the bottom left corner of the screen. Initially, this motionless figure seems to cast a shadow, potentially originating from someone standing just outside the frame. However, as she continues along the flower bed, an inexplicable occurrence unfolds. The shadow, seemingly detached from any objects or individuals, begins to mimic her movements. Remarkably, this figure appears at least partially transparent, allowing glimpses of the gravel beneath it. Upon turning and shining her flashlight directly at the figure, it becomes evident that the darkened silhouette persists, even when exposed to direct light. Furthermore, the outline of the figure remains unaltered despite the illumination. What follows is both unsettling and intriguing. The figure starts trailing behind the woman, maintaining a distance that suggests a reluctance to draw attention while moving independently. Number 5. This recording was captured by a fixed camera positioned by the homeowner, prompted by recurring peculiar occurrences within their residence, instances of objects mysteriously moving or being displaced throughout the house. Upon scrutiny, if you focus on the coffee table, you'll observe the remote seemingly shifting to the right on its own. Subsequently, the television unexpectedly powers on. Upon closer inspection of the TV screen, a shadow traverses from right to left, despite the absence of any discernible people or objects to cast such a shadow. This occurrence raises significant intrigue. A more detailed examination reveals the shadow moving between the table and the couch, as reflected in the TV screen's image, essentially walking a path between these furnishings. Additionally, the remote subtly glides to the right, and the spontaneous activation of the television eliminates any possibility of this being a pre-recorded sequence. Moreover, throughout the clip's duration, an unusual rolling pattern of white static appears on the TV screen. Towards the end of the video, the same shadow reappears, retracing its path between the table and the couch from right to left. The origin of this footage remains unidentified. It's merely an intriguing discovery stumbled upon while traversing the enigmatic recesses of the internet. What are your thoughts on these ghost or haunted situations? Do you believe in the ghost or haunted, or do you approach these with skepticism? Share your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing content. Thank you for watching.